Hey y'all, what is up? It's Alpha May with the Alpha May Show. Nah, please don't sue me, Alpha J Show. I don't actually know if any of the videos posted by the time this one goes up have had both of my fans running. If it gets any worse, I'll have a third fan running, which will be directly at the computer, so I don't know how well that will work. Anyway, SetParam is amazing. NWP is amazing. If I ever have a firstborn child, I'm putting it in a bassinet and putting a bow on it and taking it to him and saying, "You deserve this." He'll say, "What? I don't want this." And I'll say, "No, I'm sacrificing my firstborn child retroactively for SetParam." So anyway, SetParam was always my go-to for CV, but I could never do VCV in it because, and this is 2012, 2013, it didn't have the ability to move one parameter and affect everything else. And also, it didn't zoom in the correct way to be useful, really. So anyway, let me put it back so how it is when you get it out of the box. I'll just take this out too. So anyway, and this is my friend Brittany, her bank WOTA beta. I want to say ESET, WOTA ESET. Her friend had OTO'd it fully and done a pretty good job, but I had the bank and I wanted to use it for this. So what I did was I set all of these to uniform, and then I copied all of the left bank at left blank and took it into LibreOffice Calc, used a random number generator to subtract from the left blank so that I would have a randomized result. Anyway, this is how most people know SetParam, and if they were introduced to it a while back but then stopped using it because they got into VCV, this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. This software has been pretty consistent until you go up into options. Well, first, let's go into show and let's put it at 10. I'm not really sure when you need 50 or 100. But when you move your mouse up and down, it changes. It doesn't just change which one you're on. It also sets the focus to pre-utterance or overlap pre-utterance or consonant, because they're all very important, but not right blank or left blank. Anyway, so once you have the zoom in, which I don't remember being an option, and you can make it bigger. Now let's show the spectrum, because that is the most important. It does get a little weird and glitchy. Yeah, close enough. So this is nice and big, and I don't remember being able to do this. By the way, I should have said it earlier. This is 4.0, but I think all of this is also in 3.0 also. Anyway, so let's get to it. So you go to options, mouse and key settings. When pre-utterance is modified, other parameters are modified accordingly or kept to relative position. You can do this with left blank also, but it's less nice. So anyway, you're not going to believe this. Just click on this and move it. If you click here, you can hear everything between overlap and pre-utterance. If you click here, you can hear everything between pre-utterance and consonant. Why this is so awesome is that this allows you to test it without hearing the entire thing. Like, I mean, with VCV, of course, you're using -600, -700, it's not going to be a big deal. But if you were doing CV and for some reason the samples were 5 seconds long, you're able to click between pre-utterance and consonant and only hear that, and it's great for testing. This is so amazing. Now, anyway, just make sure you have the time zoom set. You can do it at 50 or 100 or anything like that, but that would be very difficult for an entire bank, and I'm not sure exactly why you would need that much detail. But anyway, all you have to do is click and drag and then listen. Then click and listen. Now let's go to something a little more oh, and you won't believe this. This is the coolest part. You can sort by the parameter list, and you can sort it by kana, and oh my goodness, like I tested this out on one of the banks I was OTOing for Britty, and I was just going through it and I'm like, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this. Why isn't this in alphabetical order? Technically kana order. Like, it's like, this doesn't like make the bank bad in literally any way, but it was just so creeping me out, that's not the right word, that I just wasn't hitting the correct things when I was supposed to. Like, ku was the first one after her VV section, and then it went straight to like sa, and I was like, this is not good, this is not okay, this is not what I'm used to. But doing this can fix the order of the OTO, but I'm not sure why you would need that. And there's change aliases, which will allow you to add the suffixes if you forgot to. Oh, there's autofocus. See, and you can change it if you want to change it. Ah, this is so cool. Like, I'm not gonna get into all of that, because all this is about that gosh darn making the VCV good by changing pre-utterance. I didn't know you could do that, and now that you can, it is so amazing. I would have like legit straight up died of happiness if this was the case when I was a little UTAU baby. Like, I told people, like, oh, it takes me 5 hours to do VCV, that's why it's actually, yeah, 5 hours, like, give me $50, but it might be different now, because, like, look how easy this is. Man, so, like, this is, there's no reason for me to be doing this, because y'all's probably, because, like, this bank has already been OTO'd, and this OTO is garbage because I literally made it garbage for the purpose of this, just for the purpose of this tutorial. It's not even a tutorial, it's just me saying, oh my goodness, I love SetParam. It makes me so happy. I wish it was like this when I was a little baby. this so good. You just click on pre-utterance and you can test each specific part just by clicking on it. Again, if you were the one who OTO'd this, I'm sorry. I used random numbers. Here's another thing. You might be wondering, oh, what? Legit. If you don't keep these the same, these would be nothing but decimal points right now. But there's no decimals because I told it not to mess with it. Yo, this is so dope. What? Dang. My mind is blown. This is so amazing. Like, I might do some bargain bin OTO commissions, VCV. Because this just feels good. Yeah, I love this. Yo. Man. I would have dang, I would have never went to... Yeah, I would have... Probably would have never went to uni. If it was this good, like, I know that's a really crazy thing to say, but it's like... Like, this is... Yeah. Huh? But yeah, like, that's just so insane. Yeah, I'm not explaining that last comment. But anyway, yeah, it's... Yeah, I'm like, nah. I am legit lowering my prices if this is what it feels like to OTO in 2019? Why is anyone living with more sampler OTOs when it feels this good? To make real OTOs that sound real good. Like, you can do all of the testing that you need to do in UTAU. That would take you like 10 seconds. Like, it takes you like 10 seconds to get the offset in the correct place to test where the pre-utterance should go. And then you have to remember where the offset was so that you can put the pre-utterance there. But do you want to know how you do the same exact thing in modern SetParam? Click. Like, not even kidding. This just took a process that took like 30 seconds. Like, I did the math and it did come out to 5 hours per 900 lines, I think. Which was like, I should have left open LibreOffice Calc to make this, to make the point, but not like, yeah. Someone was like, oh, LOL, literally no one in the world says nothing. May, oh my gosh, guys, OTOs are fun, but it's like, no, these are fun. Probably wondering what's wrong with me. And it's not a joke. I do have autism, and I really like making OTO files. And I actually am really, really amazed and really, really happy with what SetParam has become while during the time in which I stopped doing this stuff. And fandom reasons, if you know me, you know why. I I'm not making any banks. I'm never recording again. Um, yeah, I'm not making any banks, and I'm never recording again. So I don't have any banks of my own to OTO. So I basically have to rely on other people, and then like I've got other stuff I need to be doing, so I can't dedicate time to this. So I'm not recording my own banks, so I'm not doing it for myself. Other than it being so nice and relaxing, I have to do it for other people, either as a gift to them, which as an adult, you know that you can't just go out giving out gifts even if you want to because you love the world being a happier place. So, like, the only justification is either this is like your best friend and you love their voice, or someone is paying you. And Brittany is for doing her CV, which isn't as fun as VCV. For doing her CV, she is going to be giving me some money, and I'm really grateful for that. And she doesn't have any VCV banks that need done, and she's already paying for the CV, so I wouldn't ask that of her. Just record something new. Let's see. Now record something new just so that I can have something fun to do, which really sounds narcissistic. Like, I'm demanding you do something nice for me and then give me money for the pleasure. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Um, I'm not really going to be offering to do this stuff for free, I don't think, because it just doesn't make sense, even if it only takes 3 hours as opposed to my previous 5 to 6. It still just isn't smart for me to spend that much time for literally nothing other than the karma that goes into the world. I mean, there are cases where I just get overrun with the feels and I will just straight up beg for someone to record for me so I can do the OTOs because I love the voice that much. But with how there are too many UTAUs to count now, it really doesn't make sense for me to go out seeking a voice type when it probably already exists, and there's probably a version that is so similar in accent and delivery that might even be on a better microphone. So the only way I can justify doing this is if I'm doing these OTOs, VCV in particular, despite how much I love and adore how it feels to do them and the sense of accomplishment that comes with it, I just am unable to justify that time spent without some monetary input. I honestly wish it wasn't the case because, you know, but I'm an adult now and I have to do adult things, and I'll still be making, I'm hoping to aim for 20 minutes a week of content. And I did think about doing VCV for content, but I still can't really justify that if I'm not getting paid. If I did get paid to do VCV, you would be seeing nothing but VCV. You'd be having 2-hour videos a week just of me loving this whole process with the new, I don't know how long it's been like this, but the more recent SetParam. But with more sampler, and SetParam auto-generated OTOs being decent enough, I don't see anyone taking the time to pay me, so it's whatever, I think. Anyway, this has been how to do VCV OTOs at SetParam and how amazing it is, and how much I wish this was a thing in 2013, because I think I might have dropped out of high school. Just be like, I don't care if the fandom hates me, I love this program. But SetParam wasn't like this back then, and I said how awful it is in UTAU, so I probably wouldn't have left the fandom if SetParam had been like this in 2012. Anyway, bye.